Well, it doesn't get any more high pressure than a playoff matchup, and that's what we're being treated to today in Central Florida. One of two hopeful clubs will inevitably have to say goodbye to the 2023 spring season, and the other will continue on in the quest to be champions of the South in the next round. Good evening and welcome to today's presentation of the UPSL National Playoffs on Vader Media. My name is Danny Catula, as we bring you tonight's contest, which will whittle things down to just one Florida representative. You see it on your screen. This the round of 16 nationally in the finals in the state of Florida. The winner of this one gets Tennessee Tempo, and the winner of that is the champion of the Southern region, if you will. They will represent the South in the National Final Four. That'll be held out near Washington at the home of Loudoun United Segra Field. Should be an exciting place to play soccer, but two more steps for these two teams if they're going to find their way to it. Those two teams tonight, of course, AS Frenzi and City Soccer FC. Pleasure to have you all with us. Again, Danny Catula is my name. Glad to have you with us for tonight's coverage of UPSL Soccer on Vader Media. Two very different sides when you look at them on paper. AS Frenzi coming out of Sanford, Florida, in the Florida Central Division. 9 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss on the campaign, 28 points, and get this, a plus 42 goal differential, champions of that 12-team division, the Florida Central. Tyler Weston, the head coach there. And let's go ahead and give you their starting 11. You see it in front of you on the screen. In the back, it'll be Andrew Kettleson as the goalkeeper. Gifrad Adore from Haiti is the center back alongside Owen Armour, the captain, and Kelvin Zink. Zion Coleman, Charles All are defensive midfielders. Adrian Briagi and James Isaac are wide midfielders. Charles Christian is the attacking midfielder. Jan Diomande and Abraham Oshodi are the strikers. That's the 11 that Tyler Weston will bring out. And then on the other side of things, City Soccer FC. But with that, we're underway, so let's get us going. AS Frenzi and City Soccer FC from here in Florida. Lake Mary, Florida to be specific, just north of Orlando. About half an hour north of downtown in Florida's central-most big city. Here's a long ball out left. And just to let you know, it'll be AS Frenzi moving from left to right on your screen in the all-black with white numbers and trim. And then in white with their characteristic orange as a trim color, that will be City Soccer FC. And just to bring you their lineup as Frenzi possess in their defensive end. In goal, it's Fernando Cortez. Interesting story on the back line for City Soccer. Typically a goalkeeper, Juan Quintero wears the 29, and he'll play center back today. Not a very common change in personnel. You tend to love versatile players as a coach, but you typically don't expect your goalkeeper to play center back, so we'll see how that one turns out for the boys who are technically the away side today in the orange and whites. He's joined by Ethan Barimo in the center of defense. Christian Hernandez and Daniel Anderson should be the outside backs. Looks like we'll bring this play back for a City Soccer throw-in. Frenzy thought they had possession. Jesus Escobar is the captain. He'll join Juan Vasco in defensive midfield. Kevin Velasquez will be the attacking point of that midfield trio. We expect Auner Cobon Escobar to be the left midfielder. Elvis Montes to join him on the right. And up top it should be Ricardo Tapia as the lone striker today. So those are your two lineups. Second minute of play already, and City Soccer will have a right side throw-in. Taken quickly, and Velasquez wanted to get forward, but his pass was intercepted. Nicely done defensively by Owen Armour. He'll see a lot of the ball on the defensive end. Frenzy tend to like to absorb pressure. They get forward quickly, and that can leave them somewhat susceptible to counterattacks. But they've been so good on both ends of the ball, especially attacking. They're the highest scoring club in the league, as a matter of fact, 50 goals on the year. They've had a fantastic record, and interestingly, they've been even better away from home than they have on their home ground in Sanford. They're pretty close by, maybe 15 minutes at most from their home stadium, so it'll feel much more like a home match for them than it will for City Soccer, who are coming from farther away in West Palm Beach, Florida, a couple hours away. But at the same time, it's still not their home venue, and something about being away from home for Frenzy has been positive for them. They're 5-0-0, absolutely blemishless when they're away from home. They're still pretty good at home, to be fair. 4-1-1 is that record, just a draw and a loss in their 6 home matches. That just being in the regular season, by the way, not including their playoff wins to get to this point. They also love to score in bunches. They've done it on a few occasions. They've scored 5 or more goals on 5 different occasions in the regular season, including 3 straight to end the regular season. And again, that 50 mark is the highest in the league in regular season scoring. And perhaps understandably, they were the number 1 seed, the champions of the regular season in their Florida Central Division, with those 28 points and positive 42 goals differential. And keep in mind, that's only conceding 8 goals as well. It's a really nice defensive mark to boot. They're good on both sides of the ball, our Frenzy. And City Soccer, of course, very much deserving to be here, but they had a tougher road. They were quite far away, to be honest, from the number 1 seed in their conference, the Florida South. And they've got a chance now. Could they come up with something, City Soccer? Just missing a clinical piece to that attacking edge. And Frenzy would like to counter, but City Soccer, to finish the thought, they finished 7th, right in mid-table out of the 14 teams in the Florida South Division. It's one of the largest in the nation in this UPSL league. Looked like there was a shout for a handball, but referee will allow them to play on. Here comes City Soccer. They stand to benefit, and they'll win a free kick. It'll go against Herode, the Haitian. But they won the tourney, City Soccer, as the 2nd seed, or as a 7th seed, but technically they did lose what was officially the conference final. So an interesting story. 5 seed Inter Miami CF's U19 side. That's the same Inter Miami in MLS who's made headlines by signing Lionel Messi and a host of other former Barcelona players. But that 5 seed team, the academy team for Inter Miami, actually beat City Soccer on the day, 3-1 final score at their home stadium, Drive Pink Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. However, City Soccer was awarded the berth to go to the national playoffs and represent the division. So technically not champions of their division, and far away from winning the regular season, of course. Just 6 wins from 13 contests, 2 draws and 5 losses as well. A negative goal differential, one of few teams remaining in the UPSL national playoffs, if any, that have a negative goal differential coming in. Juan Ramirez is also a newly appointed manager. This is only his 2nd ever match at the helm of the City Soccer FC side. From New York City originally, now calls the Palm Beach area home, of course. And he has very, very quickly won this team over. The squad saying that this is a guy who knows this team really better than anyone else. And he's been with the program at different stages and in different roles, but only now taking the charge of head coach. It's also a team, City Soccer, who play in NSL Florida in that division outside of UPSL. They joined this National League in fall 2020. It's their 5th season in UPSL and their most successful one by far. In the round of 32, last time out, they were able to beat the Florida West champion, 4-seed Lakeland United. They won that one 4-2 to make it here to the round of 16. AS Frenzy, for their part, out of Sanford, headed by Tyler Weston and Gustavo Martinez. The Colombian is his assistant. They also play in a separate league. They're part of the U.S. Soccer League, local league in that area, Florida. They won the Florida Central, and they did it the dominant way. Took the number 1 seed, and everything went chalk in the Florida Central. They were able to knock out Leg A to Z World, formerly known as Leg A to Z International, if you followed the UPSL for a while in this region. They knocked them out by a goal, and now could they get the first goal here? Oh my goodness, it's lightning quick! Out of nothing, the opener comes, and it's a beautiful finish from Abraham Oshidi. Great pass in from the wing from Charles Christian, and it's just buttery smooth from AS Frenzy as it has been all season. Beautiful passing through the middle, and you've got to give credit to Zion Coleman, who whips it out there in the first place. But really, that is not an easy finish. It's bouncing a little bit up. It's not as simple as it looks. It's kind of headed off the ground. With the turf, sometimes it can bounce that way. On the replay, you saw it. Oshodi really had to make sure that he kept his cool there. I've been in that position many a time and skied it over the bar. So credit to Oshidi. Fantastic assist from Charles Christian. And just like that, we're 8 minutes in, and Frenzy does the only thing they know how to do. They've scored, and they've got the opener. That is quite the finish. And it's lightning fast as well. Hard to react as a defensive unit when it's 2 or 3 passes and you're from midfield all the way into the attacking third, into the 18-yard box, and you've got a chance. You almost concede before you know that there was danger. Free kick will go Frenzi's way now that we're back in play. Oshodi and Yan Diomande offer a very tantalizing attacking partnership. Those two will play up front. Charles Christian, you saw on the right wing, he can really occupy either edge of the attack, but we'll probably see him in the center of attacking midfield at times as well. Kelvin Zink touches the ball now. Mostly a 3-back setup, especially when they're on the ball, Frenzy. You see Hirode, he'll get it forward. He loves to do that and distribute from there. The intent was to try and find Diomande on the left, but intercepted nicely by City Soccer, who will have to find a response here. They've come up clutch in the moments when they know they've had to. They found a way to make it here despite many odds being against them. But the odds are quickly stacking themselves against them today as well. We'll see what their response is. Zink will play it to Hirode. Sorry, no, that was Armour, the captain. Hirode touches it now off the pass from James Isaac. He'll play it long as this stayed in along the touchline. For now it has. Will continue play. Could a cross come in from here? Diomande wants to find it. He's got the goal scorer. Oshode. Oshode beats his man. Trying to create some separation. Works himself into the corner. Plays it back out. Clever little backheel, but it doesn't reach its target. It was a great attempt. But City Soccer up for the challenge that time. This will be a foul. I think it would have been headed for a City Soccer throw-in in about the same place anyway. But the referee does whistle it. Something we've seen early from Frenzy a couple of times. They love to get on the ball and they're willing to put a lot of physical play together to try and win it back. Willing to commit fouls at times. This is a team that is not afraid at all to take risks. And really, partially because of the jersey, it's the black and white that makes me think of them, but also the way they play, the style that they love, and just this possession. It feels so fluid, so simple for them. It calls me back to 2020, the fall season, if I remember correctly, when Jinga Atlanta, just north of the Georgian capital, were able to run the table, had a perfect undefeated season. Frenzy have lost in the regular season this year, so that's not on the table for them anymore, but of course they certainly have a lot to play for in pursuit of a national title. And the way they play, the confidence that they have on the ball, it reminds me a lot of that Jenga team that were able to run the table. So much fun to watch as a neutral. On the ball, Charles All will work it out right to Zink. Zink wants to cross midfield, but he'll be patient. Always 2 or 3 options for the boys in black. For now it's Isaac. He'll play it back to Zink. Good switch of play by Adrian Briaghi-Rossi. And now a long ball from Hirode. Well, it was held down well. Nice striker work up top by Charles Christian. Midfielder by trade, but can certainly play in the attacking role that he's outfitted in right now. Did a nice job of shielding the play, but passes that came after were not quite as ideal. This will stay in for now, and it'll actually belong to City Soccer now. Could they try and break counterattacks will be crucial. Can they take advantage of this one? A shot goes in from a tough angle. There wasn't much else on, so you don't blame the effort at all, but it will not find any place that gives any problems to Andrew Kettleson. He's in goal for AS Frenzy today. We approach 15 minutes and Frenzy still on top. Just by the 1 goal, but they look controlling at the moment. City Soccer struggling to get possession in the first place. And as we mentioned, Frenzy get all their headlines in the attacking end for the most part, and now you see why. Here's a chance. Oh, and the pass, the layoff was a great idea, just did not have the power on it. So Velasquez will happily take it the other direction. Montes will play it back to Velasquez. Velasquez will turn. I think they had advantage played for them. Did City Soccer. They'll hold on to it for now. Hernandez. Good ball out to the right. And a long ball through the middle. Not a bad effort. But stolen away in the end by Zink. Andrew Kettleson will knock it away long. A couple of bounces, and you just see the mischief that those two up front make. So difficult to defend. But now coming the other way. Here's City Soccer. This could be a really good chance, beating a defender, making him look foolish, and the shot is saved brilliantly. That's an excellent top-rate stop from Andrew Kettleson, because otherwise Auner Escobar was going to have the equalizer. He absolutely torches Kelvin Zink on that left side of attack, and Kettleson had to be aware, because Auner Escobar had the glorious nutmeg in mind. Escobar has it again, driving forward. He sure does have some talent on the ball, doesn't he? Very technical player. We reached the quarter-hour mark, and City Soccer are coming to life. Some really nice dribbling. And again, from the right flank, could they create something? There is space. The shot goes in, and it's well over the bar in the end. Velasquez, the Salvadorian, was the one who had a pop. But this is the effort, the energy that City Soccer will want to see. They've got to be able to punch back against Frenzi. Because realistically, there's not much you can do at a certain point. When Frenzi are playing their best attacking soccer, you kind of just defend with everything you can and hope for the best. But of course, they've already scored. They scored in the opening 10 minutes. You imagine the scoring on their end isn't done. City Soccer will need to score some of their own, of course. It's an intelligent ball out left, but the execution maybe wasn't quite there from Oshodi. As a reminder, he was the one who got Frenzi underway in the 8th minute. With a solid finish from close range, made sure not to bottle it. And a really clever pass in from the right flank from Charles Christian. That's what's got Frenzi 1-0 ahead. And now the most dangerous man on the other side will play it through. And could a shot come from this? Laid off. There's space here. Velasquez. Knocked down. It looked like a clean tackle. Referee agrees. And we'll have a City Soccer throw in. Every time Escobar touches the ball, it seems dangerous. That time I was able to lay it off to Velasquez. Who's also had some chances, mostly coming from long-distance efforts. Here's Escobar. Loves to run forward. Puts the shoulder down. Couple of passes. One of them is intercepted. That's all Frenzi needs to clear. And this will go out of play. Not sure if we had maybe an offside flag there. Or maybe the ball's gone out of play before the long ball. Not sure what's happened there. City Soccer to throw in any case. Intercepted quickly by Frenzi. Can they live up to their name and get forward? They will. Oh my goodness. The offside trap was nearly catastrophic as 3 players burst forward and at least one was onside, but a really nice job by Cortés to be the sweeper keeper. Eliminate that chance. That's the thing about Frenzi. They attack in numbers as well. So many players with pace in the midfield and attacking 4 or 5, you should say. And when they've only got 3 in the back, they're enabled to push forward so effectively. So much personnel on this lineup who have that capability of getting forward and causing problems. For now, it stays 1-0. AS Frenzi on top. Here in Lake Mary, Florida, Don T. Reynolds Stadium. Nice work to hold on to the ball. And City Soccer wanted a handball. They won't get one. Moved out to the left side. Nicely done by all. And now what could happen here? Diamante. Diamante lays it off. Oh, it's a great save. Christian has another go. A double save, both from very close range. And Charles Christian so unlucky not to have the second goal of the game for his team. Great layoff. And that's a really nice foot save. And then a really nice hand save as well. Excellent work by Fernando Cortés. And again, we'll have some drama with the restart. Cortés does have it now. You just wonder if maybe a foul in the build-up would have curtailed that second goal in any case. Cortés wasn't to know, of course. Still some excellent goalkeeping work from him. Long ball in the air. And this will, well, for a moment it did, link up with Cristian Hernandez, who's playing pretty far forward at the moment. Usually the right back. That's where he lined up to start this one. He's in a very advanced position. Referee on the side there with the flag says he's on. So the cross to Escobar is valid. Escobar, 30 yards away, lays it off. Escobar, Juan Escobar, I should say. There's a couple in the lineup with that last name. And what have we got here? A foul, a free kick for City Soccer, and this is certainly a dangerous area. You wonder if it'll be Velasquez to take. For me, he's the most dangerous long shooting threat. But he's not among those in front of this ball. You've got on the left side Escobar. And he will be the one to take it. Beats the wall! It beats the keeper! Out of nothing! City Soccer are level. What a fantastic free kick goal! Alnid Juan Escobar has looked lively from long distance all match long. And now he's got the leveler for his side. Game on! And it's just so clever. Because he sees how far cheated over the goalkeeper is, Andrew Kettleson. And he says, well, if I just curl it around this wall, I don't even need to worry about getting it over them. I can just go around and put it in that far corner. It's exactly what he's done. And so Escobar's clever kick has City Soccer level with Frenzi. And who knows where we'll go from here. Looks like we've got a hydration break just past the 20th minute. So we'll take a quick break with them and be right back. My goodness, don't go away. Couldn't even think of doing so. It's a fantastic one early on between Frenzi and City Soccer with a berth to the quarterfinal on the line. See you in about a minute. Well, a really intriguing first 20 minutes. Both teams returning to the pitch after a short cooling break. After a recent equalizer from City Soccer. And there you see the aftermath, if you will, the celebration for the boys in white as they're able to level this one. Just when it looked like Frenzy were really in control, City Soccer over the past 5 minutes, for their part, have really started to grow into the game on the attacking side. And they get a really nice goal. So Frenzy will start over at level pegging again. They'll spray it out wide. It's an inch-perfect pass. Diamante has it. He'll play it through. It's going to fall nicely. And could this be the second? Oh, it's hit the post and stayed out. Nearly a perfect response from Frenzy. But they've still got a chance here on this occasion. All played out. Could it come back in now? Coleman lost it, cleared away. Well done by City Soccer to defend. And they have the right side of the post to thank for the fact that this isn't goal number 2. It's perfectly weighted to beat the keeper. Charles Dahl gets through. He's a defensive midfielder by trade. But as you see there, pretty much everybody in a black shirt for AS Frenzi has license from their coaching staff to get forward if they see the opportunity. And All has really been unlucky not to score that time. It's a nice finish. Just catches the wrong end of the goalpost. So 24 minutes, and Frenzi just wanted to remind everyone that despite giving up that equalizer, they have been the more dangerous side in this one over the course of the half, and really, to be honest, probably, at least statistically for sure, the most potent attack in the league. They certainly will not be a team you can put away easily. This one will go across the goal line from City Soccer, so Frenzi can try and mount another attack. Looks like Kettleson will prefer a short option. He will. For now, it's Armour. Will beat a bit of pressure by playing it to the right. Kelvin Zink with it. He'll go long. And nearly linking up with it was Charles Christian. Couldn't quite get there on time. It's really a three-person front line at this point, isn't it? With Diomande being the left winger, Ashodi occupying the right, and Christian playing up in a number 9 role. We passed the 25-minute mark. 1-1 between Frenzi and City Soccer. Those boys from West Palm Beach just will not go away. 7 seed in their division. They were underdogs in every single match of their division tournaments. And then despite losing in the final of that tournament, still were able to, by chance, find their way through. Knocked out another higher seed from another division in Lakeland United last time. And right now they're keeping pace with one of the best teams in the nation. Here's a kick for the goalkeeper, Kettleson. All will play it back to Armour. Kettleson touches again. Worked out wide, nice distribution from the keeper. And clever dribbling as well. Look at this, it really could be on. Out to the left, there's players streaming forward. Missed pass, and the second one was even more miscued. So that attack breaks down just as quickly as it began. We see this once again, which really could have been the equalizer before the free kick for City Soccer. This chance lovely as well. A couple of really nice saves for the goalkeeper, Fernando Cortes, who was really looked up for it today. Between the two goalkeepers, Cortes for City Soccer has had more to do. And aside from the one goal, it's just certainly not his fault. A tap-in almost from close range from Ashodi. Cortes has done a good job between the sticks. And he'll send it away as we near the 30-minute mark now. Here's Hernandez for City Soccer. Played it forward, and that one didn't really have a recipient in mind. Kettleson controls. Zink. At space, but he'll turn it around. Armour. And he'll give it away. Not an advised decision to hold on to it that long. And he had options as well, so now can City Soccer make him pay? They've got numbers forward. One of their better opportunities in the attacking third. Oh, but that pass will curtail all of it. And Frenzi could go the other way. Quick as ever on their counter-attack. Zashodi, the goal scorer. Could cross it in from here. He'll cut it back. On the dribble. Beat his defender for a moment, but it was a fleeting one. Nicely done defensively in the end. Looked like Ethan Barimo who came in and made that defensive intervention. So minute 29, and it's 1-1, improbably, between Frenzi and City Soccer. Good ball through the middle, plenty of space for Velasquez. And they'll switch it. Escobar. Escobar still has it, shakes off a defender, advantage played. City continue. Long ball through the middle, and that is quickly corralled by Frenzi, but they won't hold on for long. Escobar out left. Daniel Anderson had his cross blocked. Working hard to win it back, just about does enough. Anderson again, crosses it in! Somehow that's gone over. It was offside in any case. But my goodness, a heart attack moment for AS Frenzi. They nearly give up a second goal. Anderson with some really nice effort just to continue this play. Thought he had lost it, but he crossed it in, and that one-touch shot can catch keepers off guard at times. Looked like Ricardo Tapia. Long and low ball goes away from Kettleson. Here's all. Through the middle. One player was off, another stayed on, but it went inside the box, and, well, a couple of extra words. Fernando Cortes wasn't pleased. I think that the pursuit was kept up by Charles Christian. Might have been a little contact that frustrated the City goalkeeper. Right flank player goes down, and referee shows no mercy. We play on. A couple of players in the same space. They do a good job of communicating, and look at this. It could be in 1 versus 1 if they do it right. No, the goalkeeper's made another great play. And again, he is very disappointed with Charles Christian's decision to keep his foot in and try to win that ball. Cortes felt it unsafe. Had a couple of choice words for Christian. Great ball down the left on the other end. Here comes City Soccer. Potent counter-attacking continues, and you just wonder if that was a shot or an attempt to pass it. We'll see it again. For me, this is probably an intended shot on goal, and if Auner Escobar decides to just lay it off for his teammate instead who's running in, Tapia, I think it was on that occasion, maybe it's a different outcome. Coulda, woulda, shoulda on the counterattack for City Soccer. And now Frenzi will try to control things a bit more. Well, that won't do it. Bad giveaway. 30 yards away. Vasco leaves it off for the other Escobar, Jesus, who's wearing the captain's armband. Guatemalan heritage. And of course, Guatemala in action right now. They've just started the second half. If I've gotten my times right, against Jamaica in the Gold Cup quarterfinal. And then later tonight, the United States hosting Canada. And this should be a foul. It will be in the 32nd minute against City Soccer. Over-eager pressure. Zink will leave it. I think All will be the one to take it. He will, and he'll play it short. Get it right back. Advanced for Zink. He's across midfield, and he's on the run. Played through. Nice touch. Shodi will play it backwards after some hounding defending. Big ball through, headed out of imminent danger. Danger is coming back towards them, though. Here come Frenzi. Going down is All in a heap. And that will be a foul whistled against Auner Escobar. All will leave it, so it looks like the one to take it will be James Isaac. Tall, lanky guy in the center of midfield. This should be a service. It is, and it's nice. It's curling away, and Cortez had some trouble with it. He does eventually pick it up. I think the referee's actually whistled for a foul for some contact in the box. If I'm not mistaken, we'll go back and restart play from there. And again, Cortez has not been pleased, especially with Charles Christian, regarding how willing they've been to make contact. Here's Daniel Anderson for City. Central midfield. Let's go out of this possessed. Really nice work to get a foot in and do it legally by Briagi. Great turn, Diamante. And a great one too. He could be in. Has he rounded the keeper here? He's on the ground. A shot comes in and it's saved. Charles Christian, for the second time today, denied by a really nice effort from goalkeeper Fernando Cortez. Because that really should have been two, and that's not the first time we've said that about a chance for Christian. 35th minute, and we'll have a corner kick to come after the save. That's an excellent goalkeeping effort. And neither of Christian's attempts were particularly bad. They were on target both times. And Cortez just comes up with the save that he needs to make. Corner to come in from All. Nice service. It's met on the head and sent well wide by Briagi Rossi. And a couple of players are down holding their heads. This is not a sight anyone wants to see. One for each side as well. And you just hope there's no serious head injuries involved. Trainers are coming out to address both injuries. So we'll take a pause as we make sure those two players are attended to properly. I imagine they'll go through the concussion protocol as well on the sideline. When they are able to get off the field, we'll most likely see a 10v10 situation. And there you see both players who are on the ground up and under their own power walking to their respective sidelines. And Cortez will take the opportunity to complain to the referee about his qualm, with Christian coming in and creating a little bit of unwanted contact. So under 10 to play in this first half. We're even at 1 so far between AS Frenzi and City Soccer FC. What will be the next twist to the tail? And will we see one before the halftime whistle blows? Here goes a long ball over to the left. That's an impeccable switch. Played backwards. Midfield, it's possessed by Escobar. This is Escobar through the middle. And he'll see it again, left side. Escobar through the air. Couple of bounces, but nowhere near dangerous. Kettleson happily corrals it. Kettle, they will play it out left, and looked like it would have been a foul there. Referee does acknowledge it. Say advantage will be played. Isaac through the center. Long ball in the air. It's high and it's wide and it's picked up. What could this bring? It's a great shot! That hits the woodwork as well! For the second time, Frenzi are denied the second goal from a hit off the woodwork. So unlucky. That time it was a beautifully fizzed shot, but it's still in the area. Another shot comes in. This one is fairly simple for Cortez, and he is now showing his displeasure to his back line more than anything. That's an excellent shot. So unfortunate for Zion Coleman that he doesn't add his name to the score sheet. And then this one, not the best of efforts, especially not for Abraham Ashodi's standards. But it did require saving. And the Frenzy attack just keeps on coming. Sort of the opposite of the gift that keeps on giving. It just keeps on taking energy and effort away from you as you try to figure out a way to keep that many players from having a shot at goal. Right now the post has very much been City Soccer's friend. Of course, there was the earlier attempt from Charles All, which struck the post. Not too dissimilar from this most recent one by Coleman. And this will be a throw-in for Frenzi, but I think they'll just let it bounce back to City Soccer, who had stopped play for an injury. Anderson now, under pressure, had to get it away intelligently. Right by the touchline, Zink kept it in. The skipper, Armour. Yagi held on to it for a while, gave it back where it came from to Armour. Now it's Herode. Herode does have experience playing club soccer in Haiti. Played for a second division club there for a while. It's a good ball out wide, and Zink could run forward. A couple of interchanging passes. Yagi. Zink. Armour out left. Herode. One of the more experienced guys on this roster out left. And this could be dangerous. Here are those passes they left to put together. For now, it's onside. The ball's into the middle, and it was deflected. Corner kick will come. Nice defensive intervention from City Soccer in the 40th minute. Once you see 3 or 4 players start to overlap their runs, you know passes are coming, and it's almost too late at that point, because their passes are so creative, so difficult to anticipate. And those runs, I mean, the players are just so quick. They know where to be. Here comes a corner. Looping, back post. Showed he wanted it, but couldn't get any contact on it with his head. But now the other way. This could be another chance for a counter. Shrugging off a defender. There's no foul. Here's Tapia. Ricardo Tapia still. He's going to switch it. There's space out here. Good ball in. Will they lay it off? No, they'll try and find one back for Tapia. Great pass, and it's over the bar. For the 3rd time in this first half, City Soccer have watched an opportunity go away from skying the ball over the crossbar. And this one's in the box, 15 yards away. There's just no excuse to miss it from there. Of course, it's not an easy technique. Players at the highest level make it look much more simple than it is. But that's one, if you're Tapia, you really want to make sure you finish. But unable to do so on this occasion. So both sides really brewing some chances. They've scored one apiece, but it really could be more on both ends. Frenzi 1, City 1. 42nd minute. Possession for Frenzi. Isaac finds Zink. Armour for Herode. It's really the same pattern of passes as well. They work it through midfield with a couple of passes, and if it doesn't pan out, they just play it back and recycle. Zink on the dribble beats a couple players. Nice give and go. Zink, the defender, is going to lose it now. Coming the other way, here's City Soccer. Thought about the ball out left, but it's played backwards instead. And Jesus Escobar will go to his back line. All played out wide, now through the middle. Couple of bounces, but no danger because no one's there in white and orange. It's Coleman now, plays it forward for Isaac. Good ball through the center. All. Christian laid it back for All. What could they create from here now? They had his pass blocked. Came back in and won it back. Now it's played out right. Is it onside? It is, but it won't matter. And Zion Coleman could not keep it in play. So we enter minute 44. Final moments of half number 1. And good City Soccer or AS Frenzi. Find one more chance. This could be one. It won't be, but the opportunity continues as it's headed away by Herode. That was all he could do. Corner kick will come for City Soccer. Both these goals up until now happened so quickly. There's certainly time in these last 90 seconds plus stoppage for us to feasibly see another one. He's got a shoe tie to wait on before the cross comes in. Now we are ready for the corner. It's low, it's fairly short. Shot comes in. Oh, it's a beautiful chance. Excellent defending. Oh, but it's poorly given away. There was a stumble. And could a shot come? No, it's excellent defending a second time. All's the one who clears it on the second time of asking. And now it's the goalkeeper turned center back, Juan Quintero, who starts another attack. Escobar plays it out left. Montes, he had it intercepted. All again with a big defensive play. Ball sent in by Velasquez. No one there. A few more seconds before we hit 45. You imagine maybe 1 or 2 added minutes are in order. What could come of this on the left side? There's space out there. And a bit of difficulty in defending this. There's no touch, and actually it stayed in. What a nice turn. Beating 3 players. Oh, and the final touch is just too far. It's corralled fairly easily by Cortés in the end. But that's what always scares you about Frenzi on the ball, is they've got players who can do that. Just absolutely whip you out of shape. On the dribble. Long ball that would have been offside, so it's allowed to run across the goal line. A goal kick will come next, and we'll, for now, play on. Kettleson taking his time. Not much pressure. Where are they? Oh. This is Isaac. Back to Owen Armour. Outside now into the second minute of stoppage. Maybe the last chance for either team in this first half to create a second goal and take the lead. This should be offside. It is. The pass did not come in at the ideal time to meet that run. It was a good idea, though, from Christian. Back in play. Referee allows play to continue. Jesus Escobar out right. We'll see a free kick, I think. They're allowed to take that, too. Hitting minute 47. Ball comes in. Right wing, overlapping run. They'll find it. Actually, they'll play it to the center where there was space. His shot is saved. Kettleman is there. Dangerous situation, though. And Kettleman will just hold on to this one. I think both sides would be happy to go into the locker room and readjust. Here could be a final chance for Frenzi. We're still playing for now in the 3rd minute of stoppage. All has a cross, he picks it out, and it should have been! The second goal was right there. It would have been the brace for Ashodi, but he just could not take it down. He'll give some applause to his teammate, who's done a really good job of finding him. Oh, he's just not gotten the volley right. But we're still in play for now. We'll be entering a 4th minute of stoppage time momentarily. But we will not get to that. Half number one is over and we're deadlocked. AS Frenzi got out to an ideal start, scoring in the 8th minute, but City Soccer FC were not to be denied with their equalizer. So we're tied 1-1 the score, and it's really anybody's contest. Frenzi have maybe looked a little bit more potent in the attack, but City Soccer's counters have been equally impressive. It's 1-1, and we've got 45 more minutes to decide this, if not more, in about 15 minutes. Don't go away. Second half of action's coming right here on Vader Media. In City Soccer SC. Let's see how we got there. This is a beautiful ball, and you can't ask for anything better as a striker. It's bouncing a little bit. It's really a clever finish, a little bit more difficult than it seems from there. And that is, within 8 minutes, how AS Frenzi goes ahead. Then a couple of chances, to be fair, for City Soccer. They didn't go away after that opener from Abraham Oshidi. This one could have been the second goal on a couple of occasions in a row for Charles Christian, who was the provider on the first goal. And this free kick is absolutely masterful, so clever to beat the wall in that way. Left AS Frenzi scratching their heads and made it 1-1. This could have been goal number 2. So unlucky from Charles All's perspective to hit the woodwork, but it wasn't the last time. This is a really good save once again. On a couple of occasions we were able to say that about Fernando Cortés, but this one strikes the post again. So 2 posts and 2 point-blank saves. You could call it 3 with the double save earlier for Fernando Cortés. And although it could have been more, it's only 1 for AS Frenzi, the leading goal scorer in all of UPSL Premier Division. 50 goals in the regular season. They've only got 1 so far, but of course they've threatened to provide many more than that. Second half should offer a lot of excitement for City Soccer. They'll hope to keep Frenzi off the board, which will obviously be a tough task, and they would like to continue their counter-attacking exploits that got them the 1 goal and really gave them chances to score on other occasions as well. 45 more minutes to decide this one. City Soccer moved from left to right in the second half. They're wearing their white with some black and orange trim. And then off your screen, AS Frenzi, presumably in a huddle that they just now break. They're in all black. They've got white letters and trim on those kits. Danny Katula with you all here with Vader Media. Proud to give you this presentation of the round of 16 in the UPSL. A reminder, winner of this one gets the winner out in the Southeast, Tennessee Tempo out of the Kentucky-Tennessee division. We're able to knock off the Mid-Atlantic's South Carolina United Heat 4-3. That was a thriller. Tennessee Tempo coming back from down a couple goals. And look at this, a bad giveaway early on in the second half. And making up for his mistake was Charles All, but now will give away the ball again. Roller coaster of a first 30 seconds for him. Right side, could something come of this chance? Certainly in a profitable position. Hernandez tried to play it through. We switched through now. And this is Escobar. Switches to the left. Anderson crosses in, and that first time cross. Difficult technique to get right. And he did not get it right on that occasion. So a minute in, and we've already had excitement. City Soccer will look to play that way, trying to pounce on frenzy mistakes. And to get forward before their opponents can get numbers behind the ball defensively. Couldn't thread the needle that time. Good the goalkeeper Kettleson. And it's another chance. From this right side, a shot comes in. City Soccer thinks it took a touch, and it looks like it did. Corner kick will come now. Interesting to see the tactic that City Soccer takes haven't had a whole lot of set pieces. The one that, of course, comes to mind was fantastic goal off the clever effort from Elner Escobar. This time it'll be the other Escobar, Jesus, the Guatemalan, the captain. Puts it in the middle, and it was tantalizing. Played back into the center. Oh, an acrobatic shot. That's deflected. Header goes at goal. Tapia put it in, and it was claimed by Kettleson. Do this one again. That is quite the effort, especially when you consider that's the goalkeeper, the starting goalkeeper, Juan Quintero. If you weren't with us in the first half when we mentioned it, he's usually the goalkeeper. Now Fernando Cortés is in there today, and Quintero has occupied a center back position. And Frenzi all of a sudden just cannot hold on to the ball. City Soccer have come out passionate and with high pressure. This time it'll be a foul that'll go Frenzi's way. It'll help them out a bit. It's taken quickly, moved out to the left. There is space for Diomande to work in. He'll cut into the middle. Great layoff pass comes back to him. Oh, and the bounce just doesn't fall right for Frenzi. But that is how quickly they can turn a match on its head. City Soccer, easily the better side in these first couple of minutes, as both sides kind of explore the new tactics that they're implementing. But Frenzi can just change a game immediately with a pair of passes. It's the type of talent that they have from front to back. And they're on the ball again. What do they have in their locker this time? Switched out to Diomande again. Wants to beat his man. He'll do it. Got past Hernandez. It was played in, and there were two black shirts to find, but neither one of them were in the right area to finish. Diomande so clever on that wing. He can play in the central role as well as that striker in a front three, but this time he's moved to the left to allow that position for Charles Christian, who's occupied it well. It's very dangerous in that first half. This will be a foul, almost assuredly, in the center of the park. It's Ethan Rosenblum, by the way, who's come in. Still not completely sure who he's replaced. For now, it looks like it could be Zion Coleman who's off. It's more or less the position that Rosenblum has checked in to occupy. Rosenblum, one of the stronger, more recognized names in this lineup. Striker by trade, but can play in midfield like he does now. It's a great ball through in the meantime. And I think it's going to be a handball that's whistled. Something happened in the build-up there that will allow for a City Soccer free kick. Cortés will be the one to take it. But Rosenblum plays with the Orlando City MLS Next squad, also represents them at the ECNL level in youth soccer. This guy's got a lot of talent on him and a very, very bright future, which could stretch beyond UPSL. This ball intercepted fairly easily. Diomande. Nicely worked, 1-2. He's still moving through the middle. Now on the right wing, he'll dink it over. They found Rosenblum for a moment. And they're going to stop play. I think it'll be another handball this time. Rosenblum, of course, didn't like it. Never was going to. Both sides showing their mettle in the attacking third. Neither one are going to hold back and try to hang on to 1-1. You get the feeling both these teams want to win it in regular time, even more than would be considered normal. Of course, if you ask either of these teams, would you rather win in regular time or leave it up to extra time and penalties, you know what they'll say. Here's a bad giveaway, and it could be a chance for City Soccer to go 2-1 up. That's exactly what they've done. Out of nothing, it's a really unfortunate error at the back, and AS Frenzi have gifted a second goal to City Soccer FC. What a turn of events early in the second half. That could really change the way we look at this game going forward. Let's see it one more time. And I mean, there's just no excuse for that ball. Not sure who it is thinking. And it's also a substitute for City Soccer. Looks like it was number 10, Jeffrey Michaud, who's going to knock that one in on the pass and the original win back of possession by the striker Ricardo Tapia. So assist goes to Tapia, and it looks like the goal goes to Jeffrey Michaud. That's an excellent finish, to be fair. And we'll see a substitution as well. Couldn't quite catch who it was. If we do get confirmation of that, we will make you aware of it. Well, we can say that it's Johan Leighton, an attacking player who's checked in. So City Soccer going to get their goal to take the lead for the first time today and add a striker to the mix. Partially because they know Frenzi are a danger to score no matter who's on the pitch, and then partially because I think it's a signal of intent, right? They don't want to sit back and say, let's hold on to this lead. They want to grow it. They want to grow into this game as well. Christian lays it off. The attempt was to play it through the middle, but no one really there for Frenzi. Not often you say that. Seems like they're occupying every possible attacking space. Great ball through in the meantime. From the goal scorer, Michaud. He's got it now. Excellently defended by the Haitian. That was Jeffrey Rode. But right back on the ball are City Soccer. That clever pass didn't come off. That one absolutely did. For Frenzi. Played out right. Cut back. 3 players on the ball, and still City Soccer can't get a sniff of it. Ball belongs to Briaghi. Switches it to the right. Zink had a touch on it, and it's Briaghi again. Good touch. Beats a couple of players on the dribble. He's still going. Finally goes down. No foul. Will play on. City Soccer defends well. Up the left side, shrugging off a challenge. How about that resilience from Escobar? The 1-2 is a little bit long. And going down in a fairly acrobatic fashion is Sauner Escobar. So that was honestly quite strange. He almost did a somersault to fall to the ground. And with the weather the way it is certainly a hot evening. Really all around the United States, but especially in Florida. Just wonder if it's cramping, but he hasn't really gotten to either of his muscles on his legs, which is usually where you'd see cramping. That's a strange one. He's right back up, so we'll play again. Of course, good to see that he's all right. We'll stop the play as well, and we can't see it on the screen, but you'd imagine maybe it's a substitution taking place. In a holding pattern for now, as Andrew Kettleson just keep the ball in his grasp. So for AS Frenzi, they've got to be really shaking their heads at the moment. They've had so many attacking chances, and somehow they find themselves down a goal to City Soccer FC. Long ball comes in. Cristian Hernandez does the job with his head. Diamande would like to throw. He'll play it square, get it right back. Nice touch to win it back. Shodi lays it off. Now it's Armour. Zink bypass, and in midfield it's all. Briaghi out to the left. Erode. Erode back to Briaghi. Zink touches it. Got a player in the center. He'll play him. It's Charles All. All goes down in a heap. Actually, it's not All. It's the man who's replaced him. And that is Ethan Rosenblum. Rosenblum's foul will draw a yellow card as well. They went quickly, but the referee won't allow that. They'll come back and restart this free kick ceremonially. Yellow card went to the substitute, Jeffrey Michaud. So he has the second goal for City Soccer, and he's also got the first booking for either side on the afternoon. Herode. Chance to get forward. Isaac runs onto it. He's in the corner. Tries a cross. It's blocked. Daniel Anderson, really well done defensively. So James Isaac can only throw it in from there. In fact, he might leave it off. No, I think he will take it in the end. Throws it in. Ahead of a couple players. Anderson ends up with it for City Soccer. Michaud getting it away. Tapia has it. It stayed in play for now, and it will go out of touch. Last touching armor. City Soccer can throw. And now you wonder, they have made the attacking change. It does feel like it's in this team's DNA to try and get forward quickly and score goals no matter what the situation in the match is. But given the opponent, given the way that the scoreline is now, you just wonder if slowly and little by little they start to decide to hold on to the ball a bit more and take fewer attacking risks. We'll see if they can even fathom doing that. It's certainly not what we've seen from them up until now. This looks onside. It's Hernandez. Hernandez switching into the corner. Keeps it alive, and he will knock it off of Herode. That will be a City Soccer corner. And Frenzi have to be careful. A third goal to give up would be quite concerning. Although if anybody were capable of coming back from multiple goals, I would peg AS Frenzi as that side. Well, in any case, Jesus Escobar, will be the one to take it from this right corner flag. As we approach 60. Comes in, it's short. Not much on offer there, but still in the area. Sliding in, and Frenzi are able to clear it away. Huge clash, but Christian stays on his feet. He could be off and away. Still going, another big clash, and that'll be a free kick going the way of City Soccer. There it is, pleased. It's the second card of this match. Both have gone to City, and you might just see a little bit more action as both teams are frustrated. City Soccer especially, with the fact it was a foul against them. It's one of those that feels 50-50, and both players go into it thinking, I have the right to this space. One side was always going to be disappointed. See it again. Let you decide. Oh, it's tough, isn't it? Because in a certain sense, from City Soccer's perspective, they have a case. The contact was made by Christian as he was running in, but then there also exists the argument that Christian had a right to that space. He was running in that direction, and he's been impeded there. Tough one to call. Referee's giving it the way of AS Frenzy. And just a reminder to Michaud that he's on a yellow card. Got to be a bit more careful. Well, Frenzy tend to like to go through the air in these situations. But will they stick with that? They hardly have a short option, so you imagine they will. They could go wide to Zink. Well, they'll switch it to the other side. Herode nearly gave it away. That would have been a bad moment to do so. He'll see it again, the Haitian. Switch to Zink. Out to the corner. Isaac plays it in, and it's a nice ball. This shot is just wide. And Christian reels away in disappointment, grabs the shirt. He knows that was a great chance, not an easy angle. But he's just missed it a little bit wide. And he knows he could have scored on that occasion. In minute 61, now the 62nd. And it does feel like City Soccer are starting to take the air out of the ball a bit more. Certainly understandable. And on the flip side, they would not complain with a third goal. You imagine they'll still focus their efforts on that side of the ball at times. Ball sprayed out left. Kept in play nicely. Diamande. He'll play a cross in, and there are players there. Can a finish come in? And wow! 2-2, just like that. It just continues to be magical play. Perfection in the passing, and the second goal for Frenzi. We're even now, and it just continues to give us gifts this game. 62nd minute, Frenzi 2, City Soccer 2. Diamande deserves all the credit for this cross. Great ball in, and that finish is really nice. Charles Christian finally getting his goal. It feels very much deserved. And he will level this one at 2 apiece. He hit the woodwork earlier, you'll recall, in the first half. And now this one will find its way into the back of the net. Fernando Cortés does all he can, but it wasn't enough at that close of a range and against that clinical of a finisher. Christian now has a goal and an assist. And Frenzi have renewed life. I'm going to try and parlay it, you would think, into another quick goal. They tend to be the first to respond in restarts of play. Here's Hernandez. He wants to go long with the throw down the line. He will. This one just cleared high and away. Safe decision from the Frenzy back line. Hernandez again. Gets it in play. Easily dispossessed by Frenzy. Here they come the other direction. Diamande. Sliding challenge. Stops the counter for a moment, but not for long. They're still going forward, and this looks like it'll be another yellow card. It absolutely will be. Really promising chance going the other direction. Kevin Velasquez knew exactly what he was doing. And the midfielder from El Salvador will receive the third yellow card of this match. All three, by the way, going against City Soccer FC up until now. No bookings in the first half, but 3 now against the same side, and all 3, if I'm not mistaken, coming in midfield. But now a free kick, played short. Frenzy would love a third to retake the lead. Cross comes in. It's not a bad idea, is it? And in the corner, kept alive for now. And it never goes over the touchline. That's really nice work by Diamande, but cleared away anyway. Herode has it. Plays it centrally. Now it's with him again. Rosenbaum didn't see the player coming in to dispossess his target. James Isaac will go the other way, and it'll be a free kick, and we'll see now the first yellow card administered to a Frenzy player. That's 4 bookings now in short order. It appeared to be Armour, maybe, as he was tracking back defensively. Get another look at it, we could say for sure. It also looks like a substitution is coming soon for the City Soccer side. We'll wait on that one. Free kick comes in the meantime. This could be a chance for City Soccer, and this one launched well over the bar. But that's how quick they can counter. Both these sides know how to create chaos in 1 or 2 fell swoops. I think that change is happening now for City Soccer. Unfortunately, we can't yet tell you who it is. We'll rectify that when we can. Away it goes from Kettleson. And that one was out of our camera view, but stayed in touch. City Soccer won it back quickly, and here they come. Diamande just can't get back. And that was dangerous. Herode was able to keep it off of his arm and chest it down instead. This should be a foul. It will be bundled down. It was Adrian Briaghi that time. Quick free kick, and Frenzy would like to catch City Soccer off guard. Tricky passing and dribbling. The touches are just so fluid. It's a joy to watch. And they continue with it. Rosenblum. Moved out right by Biagi. Zink played it forward for Isaac. Isaac lifts it over. That's just so clever. Ball comes in, and it's well defended. Cleared away for now. Still in danger, our City Soccer defensively, because Frenzi are setting up another chance. 3/4 of the way through. More than that. Just over 20 left. And you just feel like this could go any which way. Herode. Diamande, who had tracked back quite a bit to get the ball. Lost it for a moment, tried to win it back, and he does have it back. No one on the pitch can keep up with his speed, even when he does lose the ball. Tracks back and wins it, and that time he'll take the brunt of the challenge, which I don't think will be punished with any type of card. Diamante did take quite the hit. Didn't seem like anything more than a common challenge, though. The referee will just undergo a little bit of listening to frustration. City Soccer not pleased. And meanwhile, Kelvin Zink is just going to get some instruction. And I think a bit of water as well from his coach. Again, the coaching staff made up of Tyler Weston, the head coach you saw there, speaking with his right back. And Gustavo Martinez is the assistant. Frenzi, in only their second season, started in fall 2022. This is a team that provides financial assistance to players in the local area. They love helping out low-income, high-risk youth. They have open practices and tryouts to anybody in the area in Sanford. And last year, they only finished 7th out of 11 in that Florida Central Division. Only took 3 wins from their 10 matches. This season, they've very steadily improved. Been really strong, and as we mentioned, so you can't overemphasize it. Their attack is just so potent. And you see by this stage in the season how well these guys know each other. That's almost what's most impressive, even beyond the skill that these guys have. In midfield and in the attacking third, they make such intelligent runs. They play off of each other. It's great soccer to watch. Well, we're still awaiting something. I can't quite tell you what it is. Well, here we go. Maybe a delayed substitution, I'd imagine, for injury. That's all speculation. So we will say that a substitution's taken place for City Soccer. That's all we know at this point. We passed the 70-minute mark, and I guess call that the informal cooling break. Took us about a minute or two, and that'll surely get added into stoppage time. So we're 70 minutes in, and we're still none the wiser as to who will represent the state of Florida. Oh wow, what a shot this is. Directly at goal. It didn't trouble Cortez too much in the end, but certainly gave him something to think about. We're still not sure. It's 2-2 between these two sides, Frenzi and City. Trying to figure out who will play Tennessee tempo when we get down to just 8 teams in the national quarterfinal. Herode to Armour. This is Zink. Armour again. Herode. Those three have been the center backs who have held down this defensive line. Nice switch of play. Couldn't be kept in on that far side by James Isaac. That means City Soccer will throw it in once they get the ball back into the right area. throw will come in from Daniel Anderson. Zink is going to commit a foul in the process of winning the ball back. He's confused. It's a foul nonetheless. Ball kept in. Nicely done by Isaac. But no one from Frenzi could get there to keep it alive after that. So City Soccer have it. They're not under much pressure at the moment, are they? Barimo sent it forward. Trying to turn was Leighton, the substitute. He is hacked down. And we'll see a free kick. Diamande will not escape a yellow card either, it doesn't appear. Well, you thought he would get carded, but in the end, I haven't seen any plastic come out. Yeah, so I think Diamande will get maybe a bit fortunate that time and escape the yellow. But he is being instructed just to be a little bit more thoughtful with his challenges. All right. Well, here comes a potential chance for City Soccer. A third goal here would really turn this into chaos. For either side, but especially for City, you feel. 75th minute. Everything to play for. Ball comes in and the free kick. Far side, some contact. Nothing. And it's out for a Frenzi goal kick. More than happy to see that be the result of that opportunity. So here it is now with Andrew Kettleson. And he'll just instruct his players to get forward a bit. Good hustle here from Frenzi, and it will be a foul at the end of things. Oh boy, and some extracurriculars there as City Soccer took offense to the fact that Frenzi kept playing. Well, will we go and have our official drinks break now? Looks like we will. Right, well, 15 minutes to go. When we come back, it should be plenty of stoppage time in another quarter hour or so, and that's all that will be left until we have to go to extra time to decide this one. We gotta have a winner today. The round of 16 in the UPSL returns in 1 moment. Well, the scoreboard in your top left tells it all, doesn't it? 2-2 between two very interesting sides, very different from each other in style and the talent that they've brought on paper, but exactly the same in the stat that matters most, and that's goals scored, 2 apiece here in the 78th minute. And somehow, some way, we won't leave tonight before we separate these two. Frenzi had the first goal in the 4th. City Soccer went 2-1 ahead earlier. What a little pass to himself that time from Velasquez. Clever. Doesn't quite come off though. Diomande. Wow, what a touch that is. He's still on the move. Nice passing. He'll try to stretch his legs and get to this one. Well, he did not have a head start, and that's putting it lightly, but he still nearly got back to it. Well, that's a huge challenge. Really a hard hit, and the referee is going to say play on. More contact. What have we got now? Or did... I mean, you got Briagi clutching his face, and City Soccer saying they were fouled. Meanwhile, the referee's off our screen, so couldn't really tell you what he's decided. But we have stopped the play for something. It could be the injury back there as well. There was a City Soccer player who was down in the build-up. We await the result of that. And for Frenzi, you start to look at this bench. You've brought on Ethan Rosenblum already, but got a couple of attack-minded players in Frenzi Pierre, outside winger, from Haiti, who can certainly add some more pace, electrify this attack. Ethan Steffens in attacking midfield could be a good addition at this stage. Shaquille Blackstock would be your out-and-out striking option. William Souverain and Magnoli Isaac could both come in and add depth in midfield as well. So you just wonder if they'll go to the bench a bit more as we get into these final 10, and really it'll be 15 to 20 more minutes with stoppage time. We've had quite a few stoppages in this second half. But Frenzy do seem to be lacking a little bit of that electricity that they had. Of course, the talent, the quality is still there. Well, this is an interesting situation, isn't it? As there's been a push that comes in from the goalkeeper. And this will be a yellow card that'll go on the run of play. And City Soccer will argue it into the ground. But that right there, yeah, that's clear contact with the goalkeeper. For me, it's a good decision. Johan Leighton is the one who commits that one. So he goes in the book for that, but then afterwards, Andrew Kettleson decides he'll have a push. I don't think he's been given any reprimands for that. But at the same time, the referee might not be done with cards as he heads over to the sideline. So we're again in the dark as our camera shot only shows us a limited view. But if you were to make me guess, I'd say that that's probably some kind of yellow card being administered for dissent to one of the benches, and given the result of that run of proceedings, you'd imagine it would be more likely City Soccer to be up in arms. Of course, none of that confirmed. Minute 83, and surely plenty more to play. The interesting part of it is the UPSL level, you don't have those fancy video boards, the electronic screens that tell you how much time will be added, so we won't know until the final whistle blows. And of course, entirely possible it's not the final whistle, that it would only just end regulation if these two are still deadlocked at 2, or of course could be 3. I wouldn't count it out that both sides score one more time in this one. Referee has popped back into the picture. And now we're back in. Zink thought about going long. He'll play it fairly short instead, but still an advanced ball on the ground. Briagi lost it, but it'll stay with Frenzi. Through the center, Rosenbaum. He goes down. Great ball through, and this could be it. Potentially the third goal. Beating the keeper. Oh, but it's just too far for Ashodi. He's so unfortunate. That's a great ball through and a nice run, but that touch wide was just too firm. And you got the feeling he wanted to find Charles Christian in the center. He was there in space. He could have linked up for the second time today. But instead, Ashodi's touch makes it a goal kick for City Soccer, nothing more. Fernando Cortes, he's had an eventful evening. He'll be the one to send this one long. Made some great saves, had a couple of heated conversations with Frenzi players. And of course, given up the 2 goals. This ball doesn't quite make it to midfield, but it's helped on by 3 straight headers. And look at this long ball. It's not quite going to beat the defensive efforts of Andrew Kettleson, who comes out and claims it. And now this is interesting too, because there's some extra contact and a yellow card will go to City Soccer. Kettleson's on the ground. He wants treatment. And AS Frenzi, their defenders will come in to try and defend their goalkeeper. Here's the play. And that, well, you just wonder, was there a little bit of purpose in that? I think I know the answer that Owen Armour would give you. But just that knee to the face, purposeful or not, it's unfortunate from Kettleson's perspective. That certainly hurts. But the yellow card will go to Oner Escobar. So he'll have to be a bit more careful now. Quite a few red cards, or sorry, yellow cards I should say, big difference. Yellow cards against City Soccer at this point. No red cards to be clear. But it's the 86th minute, and it's AS Frenzi 2, City Soccer 2. For Frenzi, the expected result is to go through in their first ever UPSL playoff run. It'd be quite a showdown with Tennessee Tempo, who was formerly known as Beeman United, even as early as earlier this season. They're out of the Nashville area, just south of town, more specifically in Murfreesboro, 45 minutes south of downtown Nashville. That's a powerhouse. They've quickly become a household name in the UPSL in their couple of seasons in the league. And AS Frenzi look like one of the most dangerous teams in UPSL history when they're at their best. That hasn't always been the case today. It was a really bad error that gave City Soccer their second goal, put them in the lead. And they've had a few of those errors, to be honest. City Soccer could have capitalized a time or two more. So not a play, though, on the header out by the newly yellow-carded Escobar. So it'll be Zink to throw this one in. Kelvin Zink waiting for an opportunity to present itself. Ball played in. And, well, that's interesting because the player will go down for Frenzi, clutching his face just after the incident with Kettleson, getting kneed in the face by Escobar, but the referee will say play on. He saw it the whole way. He didn't see anything wrong with it. Ball played in, headed right back out by Armour. He'll have more work to do. Well, he should have. But slipping that time was Tapia. He inch closer and closer to what would be a fascinating set of extra time regulations. With Frenzi seeming fairly fatigued at this point. Almost the entire starting 11 that they came out with is still on the pitch at the moment. And in a sense, you understand it, especially in the attacking third, because those players are just so talented. There's talent on this bench as well. This will be a foul that'll go City Soccer's way. This is Leighton. Oh, sits down a defender quite literally. He'll play it into the center. Challenge there. It is won by Frenzi. Nicely defended. And could Diamande do something here? It's a great pass. He'll get it back. Looking to beat his marker on the outside. He'll play it into the center. There's players there. Can they get it right? Oh, it's a great save! And parried away, but still in the area. Diamande wants to get a shot away. Just cannot shake the defense of Barima, who'll go for goal. It's curled wide, and there was no touch, so out for a goal kick. Wow, what a chance that was for Frenzi. And you gotta recall, even though there's 1 minute to play now before we hit 90, there'll be quite a few minutes of added time. You imagine 2 just for the cooling break, another 2 or so for that long stoppage that we're still not sure what it was for. A couple of goals, quite a few yellow cards. I wouldn't be surprised to see 6 or 7 minutes, maybe even 8 added, which is of course quite a bit more than you'd normally see. So both sides will have more attacking and defending to do. As we take you through some of the highlights, just again to make it clear, these are not live pictures. Highlights, that being the second goal, the most recent one that tied us up at 2. That was almost 20-30 minutes ago now. Haven't seen a goal in a while, despite these two teams really wanting to get that third goal. This is, again, a replay, not live. That was the most recent half chance that Frenzi have had, and then this one again. Really nice save. And Perry was the most important part because Christian was ready to try and pounce on that and go the other direction. And, well, here's City Soccer. If they got something to offer on the counter. That's a bad giveaway. Played through midfield. Diamande sprayed it wide, but wasn't on the same page. Armour out left. Herode. Jeffrard Herode. He'll hang on to it. Play it backwards. Armour's got it. Interestingly, Briagi's kind of slid into a more defensive role now. He'll occupy his midfield spot again. Herode. 92nd minute of action now. 2nd minute of stoppage time. 2nd of many again, you imagine. And now there is a substitute readying himself for AS Frenzi. Thought it'd come earlier, to be honest. This was going to be offside, and well, Zion Coleman knew it and let it roll out. Better to give Frenzi, better to give City Soccer, I should say, a goal kick rather than a farther advanced free kick from the offside. And will the change come now? Nope, we'll have to wait for it. Still see that player there with the penny on, but he'll have black on his shirt for Frenzi. This one almost kneed out to the right side. I don't think that was the right contact that Zink really wanted. And we will now get that change. Who is it? It looks like Coleman to come off in midfield. Really interested to see which of these midfield players they're going to elect to bring on. Tough to see. I think it's Magnoli Isaac. From that first look, yeah, it is. So Magnoli Isaac checks in. It's a long ball that won't do City Soccer a whole lot of good. But Magnoli Isaac is in. Only the second change, both of them coming in midfield. Now it's James Isaac. Zion Coleman and Charles All. Those are the two players who have checked out. Going forward, Diamande. Oh, he saw a nice run. But the pass from the other substitute of the day. It was Ethan Rosenblum. That one did not come off the way that they wanted it to. From a Frenzi perspective. Biaggi will be whistled to that infraction. Foul in the run of play. Quickly taken. City want to counter on this left side. Zink is there to stop it. They can't fully get it away, and it touched Zink last, so a throw in for City. Nicely managed on that left wing. Zink again getting himself in the way of the attack. But again, it'll touch Zink last. City Soccer to throw. 3.5 minutes into stoppage. Nice little touch. Velasquez ran out of real estate on the goal line. And it is over for a Frenzy goal kick. It was clever dribbling though, wasn't it? Not a bad idea. A bit of high pressure at the moment, so that will force the goalkeeper to play it long. Diamande has seen a lot of the ball in the second half. He goes down under a challenge. And it came from today the center back, Quintero. Played quickly, Diamande. Switches. Out on the right. Can the substitute Isaac get there in time? He can't. Magnoli Isaac is going to have to watch that one go out. Goal kick to come. Well, both teams running short on time to win this without requiring extras. Frenzy look maybe the more likely to go and get a third goal, if there is to be one before regulation ends. Long ball away. Couple of bounces. Isaac is right there. Not a great pass, but he'll make up for the mistake, beat a couple of players and win the ball back. Biaggi. Nice switch to the left side space for Diamande. Great tackle. Excellent defensive work for City Soccer. It was absolutely necessary. Diamande tries to come in from behind and win the ball back. He is very frustrated that he wasn't allowed to do so. Short free kick. Layden still has it, plays it through. It's just a little bit long for Tapia. Those two frustrated they couldn't get on the same page. But City Soccer right back on the ball. 96th minute. Great ball through. The overlap. Could a cross come in? It will. Nothing doing, although it's made a little bit more interesting by the missed claim from Kettleson. Long ball out left. On the ground. Diamande. Does he have one more great move in him? It's a great ball through. Slips in Christian. Charles Christian. Could he cross from here? He will. Could a shot come away from Rosenblum? He goes down. Referee says no, we'll keep playing. He really wanted that foul, and it would have been ideal for a free kick chance, but they won't get it. Frenzy back on the ball. Could have been a handball. Referee says no. Big challenge from Zink, and that touched City Soccer last. Kelvin Zink can throw it in. He's going to knock it off the player who was trying to bother him by getting in his way of the throw, and Zink thinks, well, I mean, knock it off of him and advance the ball. It can't hurt us. He's going to take his time. Get it in quickly. Biaggi right back to him. Zink nearly gives it away. But that issue resolved in the nick of time for Frenzy. Herode tried to play it through. That didn't work. Too short on that attempt. Challenge comes in. It's a really nice one for Frenzy. Diamande goes through. He's knocked down, and we have a free kick. About 40 yards away. Just a conversation being had. Doesn't look like any more disciplinary action for Juan Quintero. 98th minute. And we could reasonably still have more. But we just don't know exactly how much time is left. Could be the last chance for Frenzy. A goal with this opportunity would put them in almost perfect position to win. In it comes. And it is far too close to the goalkeeper. Not a very menacing free kick. Away it goes. Cortes got it high in the air. Knocked down, but City Soccer couldn't hold on to it. Oh, an acrobatic clearance. Headed forward, Rosenblum. Moved out left. Diamante again on the ball. He moves inside. Beats a defender. Switches it. It's a nice pass. Isaac, he has a shot. That one's blocked. After the charge down shot, it's passed back in. Rosenblum. He's still got it. Isaac, the substitute. Battle for it. In the air. Cleared away nicely by City. Look at this. Could they counter? Looks like there's still time. Tapia, he lost it. This one goes out of play. Still nicely defended when it needed to be by Zink. City Soccer will slow it down. Throwing it in backwards. Is there still time left? City will launch one on a switch and find out. Still time for now. Leighton wants to cross. Can't do it nicely. Defended by Herode that time, but it will yield a corner kick. Leighton looks like he's over to take it into minute 100 in triple digits. City Soccer could absolutely steal this one if they score from this corner. What an incredible storyline that would be. Leighton is going to hop into the box and try and finish one on the other side of things. But City Soccer would be very happy if this were to be the last action of regular time, especially if they were to score from it. Corner's in. It's dangerous, but headed away. Still in potential danger. Headed back into the fray, cleared away. And will Frenzi have a chance to counter? Looks like they will. They've got numbers. Referee still doesn't blow. Great switch of play. Rosenblum plays it through. Is it offside? It is. And it would have been. The goal was put in the back of the net, but it won't count. Offside on the pass that came in from Ethan Rosenblum. And will that do it? It looks like it will. Regular time is finished, but we're not done, folks. Stick around with us on Vader Media. We've got extra time coming. And I think before then we can give you some highlights of how we got here. Some fantastic work on both sides. Frenzi were the more controlled, especially in that first half. They were dominant. We've seen that first goal on a couple of replays, and it doesn't get old. Abraham Ashodi puts it away for 1-0. That's in just 8 minutes. And shortly after, you see the equalizer from City Soccer. And that's just about as clever as a free kick as you'll see. Very deserved equalizing goal. It came from Auner Escobar. Third one is a little bit more fortunate than anything. A really nice finish, just a turn. And slotted home by Jeffrey Michaud. And then this one to level things. The reason why we're going to extra time. It's a really nice finish from a man who's been frustrated with a lack of finishing. Charles Christian is able to knock it in that time. But that'll take us to a quick break. How could you possibly leave this one? 2-2. Extra time is coming. 2 15-minute periods are ahead of us. So make sure you stick around with us here on Vader Media. For myself, Danny Catula, we'll see you in a moment. Or two 15-minute halves, I should say. 15 minutes in two halves each between AS Frenzi and City Soccer FC. 2-2 is the score. Either side could separate itself at the end of 90 minutes, so we'll for sure play 30 more in two 15-minute periods. No golden goal in effect. And after that, if we're still tied, then we'll see penalty kicks. And so it's all still to play for here in Lake Mary, Florida, at Lake Mary High School. Yes, Frenzy, the top seed out of their division. City Soccer, the 7th seed, who by merit technically lost their conference final and shouldn't even be here. They are proving they absolutely belong in this match. And they could still go on and win it. But all that is yet to be decided. We shall see how it all pans out. And with that, we get the first half of extra time underway. We'll play to 105 minutes, have another halftime break, and then come back for 15 more. Danny Catula with you all here on this presentation of extra time in the UPSL National Playoffs, the round of 16. And the winner of this one, as a reminder, we'll get to play Tennessee Tempo. Here's James Isaac on the ball for Frenzy. If you're just joining us, Frenzy feel like the better technical side. They've proven every ounce of their worth as a 1 seed and the top scoring team in the entire UPSL. But they've made a couple of mistakes, and City Soccer, for their part, have capitalized on those. They've been really dangerous in counter-attacking situations especially. So you just never know which way a match will pan out, and especially not in such a tight one as this. Isaac again. Frenzy, by the way, moving left to right in front of us. They're in their all-black strip. Laid off by Rosenblum. Isaac again, he's seen a lot of the ball early. Armour for Zink. Zink, a really nice direct ball through. And sat down as a Frenzy player. That'll be a free kick about 30 yards away. Just wonder what they'll decide to do with this one. I think it was a Shody maybe who was knocked down. They've got a few players over the ball now trying to decide what they'll do with it. Jan Diamande was easily the brightest spot for City Soccer in the last 15 or 20 minutes. He will stand to the left of it. A couple guys still in the area though. Isaac is one. Christian looks like he's the other. And in it goes, this one straight at goal, but fairly simple in the end. For a man who's had a lot to do, Fernando Cortes. Busy day for him in goal, but he's kept his side just about in it up until now. Isaac backwards for Armour. And cleared away by Kettleson. Couple of headers in midfield. They can't corral it. High kick, but will play on. Oh, two players running into each other. for Frenzi. Here's a great ball in. Trying to unlock what could be the third goal. It's an unselfish pass across, but Kettleson is there ready to save it. Seems like the right decision from there for City Soccer. Not a great angle to shoot from. Great idea to just chip the keeper. If you're able to beat him with that pass, it's a wide open tap in. But Kettleson was up to the task that time. Here's Magnoli Isaac, pulling some really creative tricks out of his book. Eventually couldn't get past all three City Soccer defenders. Well, how about this? Kind of a botched clearance by Armour, and the ball through is not powerful enough. Kettleson clears. And out left, this will be Herode again. Giffard Herode. Rosenblum. Switches to Kelvin Zink. Zink again on the give and go. Goes central with that touch. Switches it. Isaac, good turn. Still Isaac. A little under 5 minutes into the 15 of this first half. Clever ball in, and it's just too far outstretched for Charles Christian to get there and slide it home. He did get a touch to it. Here's this other chance. Not a great defensive play to set up the opportunity, but Tapia couldn't make them pay the other direction. Good idea through the middle. And beating the goalkeeper turned defender Quintero. But it was just a little bit long in the end for Christian, who did his best, got some contact on it, but that was all he could manage. Just want to let you know that Abraham Oshodi, he was taken off, I think, in between the end of the second half there and the start of this extra time period. Being replaced, if I'm not mistaken, by Shaquille Blackstock. And here's some nice passing. Rosenblum, he's got it. A couple players to pass to. We'll send that out right. Magnoli Isaac. Isaac into the center. And it is cleared for now. City Soccer will break out of jail. Here they come. Can they counter? This is where they've been most dangerous by far. There goes down for City Soccer, but no foul. Zink out right. Rosenblum. Lays it through the center. Couple of bounces. Headed backwards. Christian wanted Blackstock, but it was cleared away. Rosenblum sends it forward with the header. And that one will trickle harmlessly over the goal line. A free kick to come in the form of a goal kick for City Soccer FC. Interested to see what the introduction of Blackstock changes. Diamande is one of those players who it just feels like you can't take him off right now, so he stayed on. Oshodi did have the opening goal. He looked bright in quite a few moments. So Blackstock has plenty of example to go off of. This one's out of play, and Isaac tried to keep it in. Couldn't do it. Well, City Soccer is confused because Frenzi have been awarded a throw in after all of that. Can tell you why that is. Zink backwards to the goalkeeper. Well, it doesn't quite reach him. It'll go to Armour first, the captain. Herode. Isaac. Played out left by Briagi. He'll see it again. Triangle passing, working to perfection. Briagi keeps it in. Now it's stolen away by City. After a foot stuck in. Worked out for an interception. Right side. What does City Soccer have on offer this time? Nice play through. And this will be a foul. Nicely done by Herode that time to get himself in the right position. Forced the contact and the foul against City. 98th minute, halfway through this first half of extra time. So 2-2 the way that we finished 90 minutes. Herode. Briagi. The ball forward. Christian came back to link up with it, but he couldn't find Briogi again. Nice interception off of the leg of Isaac. Touch to the outside. Magnoli Isaac. He will let that one go. It touched Daniel Anderson last. Going to come for AS Frenzi. AS, by the way, if you are wondering what that stands for, American Sports Frenzy. It's the official name of the club. Diamande tried to win that back. He couldn't, and in fact, he will commit a foul, which will give possession back to City Soccer. Long ball high and away. And up to the task was Zink. Now it's Magnoli Isaac. Zink. The center. Okay, it's Rosenblum. Played through. Oh, and the idea was strong. The challenge was too, but it will go wide. That was James Isaac that time involved in the play. Well, we got to about 100 minutes in regular time with the 10 minutes of stoppage, and now we've reached that point again in this one. And it comes, well defended. In midfield, Frenzy, as they have really in this whole period, on the ball, although they do lose it at that stage. There's some pressure, Blackstock providing it. City Soccer with it. Midfield whipped out long. It beats Zink, although he got a touch to it and slowed it down. Could be a cross that comes in from Escobar. Escobar beating Zink around the corner. Was there a touch? Didn't look like it. And there wasn't. It's out for a goal kick for Frenzy. And so Gedelson's going to have to go out and go through the football training equipment to pull this one back into play. 5 minutes to go, and we'll hit halftime of extra time. Frenzy and City still deadlocked at 2. And the closer we get to those penalties, the better that City Soccer you think will start to feel. AS Frenzy, I felt like the much better side across the game, but especially in this extra time period so far. And penalties are just a great equalizer. Anything can happen. The wrong bounce, pressure getting to your head can keep a goal scorer from scoring. A goalkeeper can stand on his head. And Cortés in goal for City Soccer has done a great job today. Some stellar saves. I think you'd bet on him to save 1 or 2. Here's a ball through. Blackstock was dispossessed. He'll come back and grab it. Use it backwards. And this will hit Briogi. Briogi all right now. Zink played it forward. He'll see it again. Center of the park. Played through. Magnoli Isaac could be in. Oh, he's deked the keeper. Has it stayed in? Oh, it hasn't. It's gone out of play, and it's a corner to come. Well, I think it's a little bit of luck and a little bit of fortune for Cortés this time. Great ball through. Isaac just kind of kept away from what he really wanted to do, which was try and get it around the keeper. He needed to get it around him, but couldn't put enough power on it to put it past the goal line. But instead it will be a corner kick, and that's still dangerous for Frenzy, of course. Both teams have really had some nice services come in the box in this fashion. Now this one will come in from Rosenblum into the center, and that is not one of those that we'll look back on was one of the better services today. Fernando Cortés claims it easily. But we stopped the play for something. City Soccer were not allowed to counter. It would have been Juan Quintero going the other direction. Well, we'll go all the way back to who's actually playing goalkeeper today, Cortés. That one was headed out of play, but Frenzi will keep it in on a header. Try to win the ball back. Diamande couldn't get there. City can come the other direction. Long ball through and intercepted nicely. It was Armour who was there. And now can defense turn into attack? Another substitute. This is Souverain. William Souverain will lay it off. Diamande out left. Do they have something here? A shot will come in. It's charged down. Blocked immediately. Still in possession for Frenzi. Souverain, most recent substitute. He'll get through a couple players. It's clever dribbling, but knocked away, and I think it will touch Souverain last as well. So half a minute to go before we hit 105, and well, it'd be an offside flag over here. No, in fact, they're actually going to decide that one went over the touchline over there. So a throw-in taken by Daniel Anderson. Some pressure, but dealt with well by City. Let's go out. Bad touch to try to pass it backwards. Played through. And a bad touch on the attacking end for Frenzi as well. He went off the hook, City Soccer, but that will surely be a foul. Getting his shirt ripped back is going to be Rosenblum, and Quintero. He's fouled. Actually, it was Briagi who was fouled in that play by Quintero. So we're past 105 into stoppage time of the first half of extra time. And we still have nothing to separate these two sides. Free kick is coming. And right now, it looks like it could be Herode to take it. He's got Diamande there with him. Looks like Herode on the left, Diamande on the right. And now Diamande moves away. So just Herode will line this up. 10 yards away, it's a 3-man wall. 4, actually. In comes the shot. It's directly at goal. Takes a bounce and easy for Cortés. He's dealt with much worse today. Minute 1:07. And that is the way that we'll finish the first half of extra time. 15 more minutes to go for one side to try and take an advantage that the other can't respond to. We'll see if that can happen. And we'll have a substitute to try and make it happen for City Soccer on the other side. Don't go away. Back in just a moment right here on Vader Media. Well, the excitement has just continued to build, hasn't it? Such an intriguing match from the opening moments. AS Frenzi and City Soccer FC deadlocked at 2 apiece. And we've got 15 more minutes to try and change that, or else we'll have penalty kicks on the way in the match that will decide the champion of the state of Florida and the team that will take on Tennessee Tempo for the right to be called Southeastern Region champions. We did tease you with a change for City Soccer, and we see that at the top of your screen now. And we will have to take a moment to try and figure out who exactly that is. But it was all Frenzy in those first 15 minutes since we hit 90. City Soccer would like a change of pace, but really what they have to avoid is giving away a goal and finding themselves down by the end of this one. So let's go ahead and confirm for you. Oh, an interesting addition. It's Theodore Stamatopoulos, a striker from the United Kingdom. And he'll check in. He's played quite a bit for City Soccer, I should say, over the course of the season, and he'll come on as a substitute. And wow, look at this. Oh my goodness. It's incredible. It's 10 seconds in, and it's the third goal for AS Frenzy. City Soccer doesn't know it hit him. The leading goal scorers in the league have goal number 3, and it could just be the one to send them into the next round. 3-2 Frenzy. Goodness me. Let's see this again. Incredible dribbling from Christian. He'll lay it off. And Diamande has been the dynamo, the center of this attack all day long. And he finally gets the goal he deserves for all that effort. AS Frenzy on top. And Christian now has his second assist. He's been involved in all 3 goals. How bright has he been in this one? An absolute game changer. And so Jan Diamande has got Frenzy ahead, and now City Soccer are reeling. Within 10 seconds they concede. And now they've got 14 minutes or so to add one to their tally and keep their season alive. Huge, huge moments for AS Frenzy. Stamatopoulos will get us back underway, and he'll have some work to do if City Soccer are to equalize. And for Frenzy, a fourth would almost really put this one away. This one goes out of touch in the meantime. Throw in for City Soccer to come. Leonel Hernandez Garcia will be the one to throw it in, and now it'll find its way to a fellow substitute, Leighton. Leighton knocked it down. It's a foul. Just trying to prove his point that he didn't commit that foul. Let's see, who was it? There it is, Adrian Briaghi. So Briaghi is unsuccessful in his effort to try and convince the referee that it wasn't a foul. And as we approach 120, still AS Frenzy 3, City Soccer FC 2. In comes this one. It was headed straight at goal, but headed away by a crowd of black shirts. Diamande, most recent goal scorer to make it 3. He'll send it forward. He'll get it back now. He'll carry it forward. And look at this. He's got a lot of space to work in. Just one player to beat. He'll get around him on the inside. Comes back to the outside. Excellent defending to keep it away. But a nice ball in from Diamande. It is just too long from Charles Christian, who would have loved his brace in that moment. But City Soccer hanging by the skin of their teeth at the moment. Down just that one goal. And of course they've been down before in this match. Came from down 1-0 to going up 2-1. And of course conceding about the 65-minute mark to Charles Christian's goal to make it 2 apiece. City Soccer getting forward, absolutely thrown out of the way by Willem Souverain. And here's a great defensive effort. Frenzy would like to go the other way and counter. They've got 4 on 3. And Sloan getting back is the midfield for City Soccer in the right corner. Plenty of players to aim at for a cross. They will cross it in. Oh, and Christian's there, but he's miscued the finish. And it stays 3-2. What an incredible searching ball into the center. And somehow Christian has not come away with his second goal today. Minute 109, and we keep playing with the 1-goal advantage for Frenzi. Well, goodness, that was the chance, wasn't it? Well, you imagine it won't be the last one for either side. Long ball through. Stamatopoulos. He'll turn it backwards. Quintero has moved into more of a midfield position. This is a goalkeeper, remember. Quintero is well defended. It is out, though, for a corner kick, despite the best efforts of Frenzi's center back. And how about Owen Armour today, the captain? He has made a captain's contribution. Not much in the attack, but he didn't have to do much. As the central cog of that three-back defensive lineup, he has really kept Frenzi in shape. But in comes a corner kick to try and level it! Acrobatic save! Beautiful work from Andrew Kettleson. And another corner will come. How close was that to the equalizer? I hope we see this one again. We will now. And in it comes from Quintero. The goalkeeper's going to whip in a really nice cross. And that is an excellent headed effort. In comes another one. Almost the same area. Now it'll fall on the top of the box and no shot will come away. Cleared away by Frenzi. City Soccer still in possession. With a chance to whip it back in. They'll try to switch it. It goes right to Diamande. And that is not the guy you want to hit. Oh, but it's going to be a handball. It hit his hand in the process. That's really fortunate for City Soccer, as he was going the other way in a hurry. And as he always tends to do, less than 10 to play. City Soccer down a goal. They need one more to keep their Cinderella run alive. Do they have any more magic? Bad giveaway again. This time there's no handball to save them. It's through. Blackstock. Gotta beat one guy. He is gonna beat him, but can he beat the keeper? He cannot. Excellent work. And just running along with it, brimming with confidence, is Cortez. That's something that guy does not lack. Will they keep it in here? No, it's gonna go over the touchline. We got a good view of it thanks to our camera operator. And it did look like the right decision, didn't it? So it will be a throw-in for AS Frenzi. More than happy to let some time run off the clock before they do so. Hirode will be the one eventually to send us back in play. Referee does signal for that to happen. And in comes the throw up the line. Diamande. And you just cannot keep him off the ball for long, can you? Such a burst of speed. That acceleration is impressive. Oh, and this looks like a foul. And it will be. It'll be a yellow card. And it will go against Owen Armour, the captain, so he'll be booked. He's got to be careful now. Probably the last guy you're going to take off if you're Frenzi at this stage. He's going to have to live with that yellow card, make sure he doesn't get a second one. Minute 113. 7.5 still, plus any added time for City Soccer to save themselves. Four-man wall for Frenzi. In comes this ball. It's a really nice fake by Quintero. And this is another free kick. Although the Frenzi player was the one who took the worst of the contact, he initiated it, so it's a free kick for City Soccer about 30 yards away. So it'll be another chance. Will they try to go short like they did on the last occasion? Or maybe being a little closer, they'll take advantage and go direct. On the ground, it looks like Blackstock.
Mark, find it, Mark.
And now a much bigger wall. There's 4 technically in it, but a lot more players in and around. Now they will put a 5th in there for Frenzi. What can City Soccer do here? In comes the shot, it's direct and it's saved. Kettleson's had a bit to do in this second half of extra time. Especially that one sprawling save from the header. That was a beautiful effort from Kettleson to keep it 3-2. This time a little bit easier of a job, but he does it just as well. Here's the ball through, and the goal was to find Diamande, and they might still do. Here he is. Thought about chipping the keeper, but now they'll play it to Christian. Back to Diamande. Will he have a go? He will! And it's wide. He's missed it. Stays 3-2, and Frenzi, not for lack of trying, are still only up the 1 goal. It's problematic for City how quickly Frenzi can go the other way, because they're getting so many numbers behind the ball, but they can still do this with 3 or 4 guys forward. And well, I mean, there was a lot of the goal to aim at for Jan Diamande. Could have been his 2nd goal of the day, but it isn't. So now we'll have a free kick to come. It'll go Frenzi's way. It looks like it'll be Briagi to take it. Oh, he might lay off of it for Zink now. And Zink will just play it to Briagi. Zink again. Along the touchline, kept it in. Briagi. His pass was a little bit too heavy. And City Soccer wants to go the other way. And it's out of play. City Soccer can throw in again. Less than 5 minutes left. Still time for them to keep this crazy run alive. That one's going to go out. But it did touch Frenzi last. City continuing to march up this touchline and gain more field position.
Mark! Find your mark! Owen, find your mark!
And the ref just explaining something. Before we do that, it'll be a throw-in, and actually it won't belong to City. It is a Frenzi throw-in, and City understandably displeased. Frenzi will go through there. Time wasting. City right back on the ball. But a bad giveaway. It is a great step, to be fair, too, by Hirode. And this is Diamande. You wanted to play it through. It was nicely defended. And Manguli Isaac lost possession. Here's City Soccer. Great ball out wide. But they play it back to him. Thought about it. Still Escobar. The man to score the first one on the free kick for City Soccer. He's on the ball again. Tries to beat Hirode. Can't do it. Hirode's defended really well. There's going to be a foul. Escobar is really frustrated, and now the assistant referee is going to have to retreat. Escobar, remember, already on a yellow card. And I think that's a direct red. Escobar has completely lost his head. Looked like a direct red card. Oh, has another one been sent? Have they given 2 red cards here? It almost looks like they've shown 2. All right, so a lot to unpack. Here's Escobar. Goes directly to the assistant, and whatever he says, and the menace with which he comes at the assistant referee, for me, it's not difficult to see why it's a straight red. That's a red card. So he's gone. He already had the yellow, but it doesn't matter. But then did they show another one? That's what I'd like to try and see again, because it almost looks like he points his red card at another player for City Soccer. I'm going to work on trying to figure that out. But for now, we know that he's off. Escobar is gone from this match, and it's at least 10. But yeah, look at this. I think it's Velasquez. He's headed off the pitch too, so he'd said something clearly that drew the referee's ire. So 2 players, both for completely separate incidents, having nothing to do with the run of play, are now going to be sent off. City Soccer down a goal and down 2 men. They're down to 11 versus 9. out of nothing, and that is really going to take the wind out of their sails. So now about a minute left to play. Of course, that'll add plenty of stoppage now. But City Soccer have just watched their chances nearly evaporate. And we still await the restart. What a wild turn of events here in Lake Mary, Florida. It has been a wild day. And City Soccer have been so resilient to keep themselves in this one and to keep themselves in the playoffs in general for this long, proving there's a lot of talent below the top maybe one or two that you see in every UPSL division. They've proven that point more than enough even before this match began, but across these 90 minutes, they've been impressive. But you get the feeling that with two fewer players on the field and being down a goal already to one of the best teams in the nation, that's not exactly a recipe for coming back and finding a way to win this. Not with so little time left on the clock anyway. But we still haven't restarted. You imagine that there's some dissent happening on the City Soccer bench. Be the best reason I could think why the referee would be out of picture at the moment. But goodness, still so much to unpack. And if City Soccer are not able to come back and equalize, which would be quite an odd-defying move, if they're not able to, you just wonder if they'll think back to that moment where Escobar and then subsequently Velasquez lose their head and get those 2 red cards. If maybe this could have ended a different way. You still see Velasquez and Escobar. They've been in your picture just outside the pitch, and now they leave that area as well. Still waiting to get back into this one. And now it's Kelvin Zinn. But he has not been allowed to restart this. And we creep towards 2 minutes beyond the 120. We still haven't restarted. It's probably about 4 minutes or so that we'll still be playing. And now we finally get back into it. Long clearance, understandable, from Zink. Anywhere away from goal is good. This is a foul that'll go against. Let's see, I think that should kill Blackstock there. So more time runs. It gets more and more likely that this is the end for City Soccer. They won't give up though. Down to 9 players if you've missed that part. 11v9 City Soccer, that's their situation. And Frenzi could get forward and try to find the 4th that would really put this one away. Diamande. Still got it. It's a great unselfish pass. Is it offside? It looks like it is. No, it's not. They do whistle for offside, so it stays 3-2. We'll see it again. Diamande, incredible running. And this is... oh, it's so close. I think it's a good decision. I think he is ahead of the ball, which would make him offside in that case. And now coming the other way, here's City Soccer. They're not done yet. Do they have anything left in the tank? Here's a good little dribble move. That one is blocked away by Isaac. And did that stay in touch? I don't think it did. It's going all the way back to the goalkeeper. He'll have to make sure he saves this. Does get out there in time. 4th minute of stoppage. In action, there's 1 or 2 still coming. No. Well, what have we got here? almost thought that was it for a moment. Would have been surprising to see the whistle that early. And in the end, we are still playing, just awaiting something. More time ticking away on City Soccer's season. Could they keep things going with an incredible last gasp goal? It's not out of the realm of possibility. We've seen these things before. It's why we love this game. Long ball all the way down there. It's direct. There's players there. Will it fall to one of them? No, but it's still in the area. Tapia heads it forward.
No foul, no foul.
Hernandez loses it. But he gets it back. What a challenge. It's fair. We're still playing. Tapia will switch. There's a player there. Could a shot come in?
Out, out.
Good defending. And the pass is beaten Quintero. Herode. Is he giving the ball away there? Oh, I think this is going to be a foul. It will be. And there's more to come, I think, here. Is that a red card? It is. My goodness. It just keeps getting worse. So down in a heap is this, and yeah, this is. It's late, and when you see it the second time, it's clear. It's very unfortunate for City Soccer as the wheels have completely come off. But that is just the right decision from the referee. He has to make the call. Well then, 11 versus 8, as if it wasn't difficult enough for City Soccer. AS Frenzi have been dealt another positive hand. And it's just blow after blow for City Soccer. Already 6 minutes into added time. But there's still going to be more to play because we have had a glut. An absolute glut of stoppages. So Frenzi will take their time. Injured player will get back up. And it appeared like it was Souverain. In the original picture, long ball away from Zink. I mean, look how much space there is. It doesn't feel very fair at the moment. 11 versus 8, of course, so it's not exactly fair at all. This looks offside. And it will be. It's a good decision from the referee. City Soccer go quickly. They're 3 men down, but they will not give up. Leighton laid it off. Quintero. Back for Leighton. He gets it. Doesn't have much to aim for, understandably, in the center of the park. Still has it, though. Plays it off. Quintero will send it in. And it did need to be cleared away on the header. Was dealt with well. Herode with a really acrobatic clearance. And this is given away by Souverain. Tapia lays it off. Cross comes in, and it's not dealt with. Still in the area, cleared away. Herode somehow got to the other side of the box. He's been everywhere. Referee allows for another throw-in. 128th minute. Frenzi up by a goal, but it just isn't over. Into the corner. Anderson, I think it is, out there. And I remember who was still left. This one goes out of play. Another throw-in for City. Still playing. It's not over. They've got to get this one right. They know it could be the last chance. Everybody's going to load into the box. Just hoping for the right bounce. And what absolute chaos would take place if this were to result in an equalizer. 8 versus 11. City Soccer comes in. Top of the box. A shot. Oh, it's wide. Oh, Tapia pounds the ground in agony. He had the chance. It fell to him. He was in space, and he just slices it wide. And you see what it means to the players. He's gone down injured as well. Tapia after the missed shot. Oh, and it's so unfortunate from their perspective, isn't it? Because against all the odds, and now Frenzi are going to show sportsmanship and try to help Tapia with what looks like is a cramp that's developed. And so more stoppages continue. I mean, it feels like we've still got another minute or two to play before we hit what would have been 120. And Tapia will receive some care. Worst moment to get a cramp. I just wonder if the cramp even affected the shot that he took. What a combination that is, the agony of the miss, and then, of course, awfully painful to deal with the cramp as well. He'll hobble to his feet. Just wonder if he can carry on. He'll try to walk it off, I think. And goodness, City Soccer really have had to soldier through a lot, especially in this extra time period. But we still await the final whistle. This one played out to the wing, stays in. Referee checks his watch. We keep playing. Played through. No one's out there to stop it. And wide open, I think, onside, is Diamande. Diamande lays it off. 4v2. He's going to go alone. It's saved. Really should have passed it. Diamande has it. Can he keep it in? He can along the goal line. It's not out yet. Still going. Beats the keeper. Shot is wide. And Diamande missed it, but he was offside anyway. How have Frenzi not scored? 4 or 5 players joined the attack, and there were 2 or 3 defending. Somehow Frenzi have bottled it. They'll play it in quickly as there's still time for City Soccer. Could the impossible truly happen? It's played through. There are players in the area. Cleared away. Past 130, and that will do it. So difficult to even process all that we've seen, but it means AS Frenzi are going through in the most unimaginable fashion possible. 3-2 the final score in an incredible day in Lake Mary, Florida. You have to feel for City Soccer. Whichever team lost this one was going to feel very hard done with the result, and that's the case for 7-seed City Soccer, who have come so far despite the odds. They could not grab one more odds-defying win. AS Frenzi deserved winners. Let's take you through how it happened at the 3-2 final score after 120 minutes of play. Here's your match highlights presented by Vader Media. First goal comes in, and this felt like ages ago. Great ball in, and in 8 minutes, the first goal comes in from Abraham Oshodi, and you just feel like it's all AS Frenzi from there, but no. City Soccer had their own narrative to write. They equalize, and a really nice finish from a man who had a really up-and-down day in the end, Alned Escobar. Second goal comes in. Another really nice finish. It comes in from Jeffrey Michaud to make it 2-1. AS Frenzi had to equalize around the 60-minute mark to keep themselves in it and force extra time. No team could score at the 90 after the 2-2 goal. So we come to this. Great ball through. Diamande beats the keeper, slots home, gets his first of the evening, the team's third and the second assist for an incredibly performing Charles Christian. That's your match highlights. 3-2 the final score, and of course plenty of other highlights that didn't involve goals. You had the 3 red cards in the 15-minute second half of extra time. Unbelievable scenes, 2 of those coming completely outside of the run of play from dissent. The first one came from the man who really just lost his head on Ned Escobar. He was the goal scorer on the free kick. Had such a good day otherwise, but did really hurt his team in that moment. Then Kevin Velasquez looked like the second guy who was sent off, equally for dissent in the same moment. 2 guys go off. Now it's 9 versus 11 for the last few minutes, and then a third player gets sent off for a rash challenge. Well, that's the way it ends. 11v8. AS Frenzi finds a way to win 3-2 over a resilient City Soccer FC. And you see what it means in the national table. This is the southern side of the bracket. That was the round of 16, and so now Tennessee Tempo will meet AS Frenzi. They'll meet in the middle in Georgia next weekend, if I'm not mistaken. It'll be Tennessee Tempo coming from Nashville, AS Frenzi representing Sanford, Florida. They'll meet in the middle in the Peach State in the round of 8, the quarterfinal, and the winner will find their way to Virginia for the Final Four. That's all for us. What a wild day. Thanks for being with us for all of it. My name is Danny Catula, alongside everyone at Vader Media and UPSL who made this broadcast possible. I want to say thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. There is no shortage of UPSL playoff soccer coming in the near future. Make sure you watch UPSL.com for more information on those live matches, where you can catch them, and who will be playing who in the race to win the Spring 2023 national title. Thanks, everyone. My name's Danny Catula once again. Have a great night, and be blessed.